What's up, guys? On today's video we're going to remove and replace a front bumper on this badass looking Hyundai Veloster. It got torn and cracked at the bottom here, needs a new grille and whatnot, but let's go ahead and get started. I'm starting off by removing the four 10mm bolts that it has on the top in between the hood and the bumper, my battery powered ratchet and a 10mm socket, and began removing those. Then I came to the bottom of the bumper where it meets the fender liner, and I just went ahead and got my Phillips socket or Phillips screwdriver, whatever you have handy, and I'm just screwing the push retainer clip until I get enough room where I can wedge my panel clip remover tool in between the clip and just pry it apart. And that's basically what you're seeing here. I'm just working around the clip and trying to get it to pop out, and it just comes right off. I'm just doing the same here. It was hard to record because it was closer to the tire, but did the same thing there. And then it just releases the liner as you're seeing here, and it gives you room to separate the liner from the bumper and gives you access to the 10mm bolt that we're about to remove once I get to the top. And it's right under there. Once I remove this one, it just snaps out of place. You have to be careful because it's really sensitive on that area, and if you pull too hard you might just tear the bumper. So keep that in mind. And I'm basically doing what I did on the left side to the right side, and I just sped it up because it's the same process, just me unscrewing and wedging my panel clip remover tool in between it, trying to separate the push retainer clip from the liner and bumper. Once we got all of that done, I went ahead and removed the 10mm bolt on this side and separated my bumper from the fender. And then at the top, I actually missed these two push retainer clips, and it's also the same ones that it has at the bottom. You just unscrew them and pop them off. But here I was able to just unscrew them all the way and just remove them by hand. There wasn't any need to wedge them apart. Sometimes you get lucky and that happens. Other times it's not as easy. But luckily they came off easy at the top. Once that was done, it was time to separate the bumper from the actual body of the car. And what I'm doing here is disconnecting the fog light wiring. I'm just pushing down on that pin there, and it releases the light. And then I realized that I had two bolts stuck at the bottom, which I've never seen before on other Velosters, so I thought it was weird. So I just went ahead and placed it back up, and I removed those two 10mm bolts. And I'll show you guys why I thought it was weird in a little bit. And those are it right there. Those bolts don't even look like they came from factory because they're so long and so weird looking. And I've seen the bolts that Hyundai has, and these usually doesn't have these. So I just went ahead and removed those. And now the bumper is free and ready to come off. So I'm just going to put it off to the side. So here's a super long bolt that it had. It's almost like a self-threading type of boat, and it never has these. Then it has these tabs that I've never seen before, and they look like homemade or something like that. Especially this one. So